Tell us what we had to do before we could get started.
Before we could get started, we had to give the sheep more hay, even though they all had hay, to try and make them think they had something to eat, because they just need their hay shook around in front of them so they'd be quiet and not So, we're getting ready to put these cameras up. We went with the Walmart Night Owl brand, or got them at the Walmart. We went 5MP wired. So we got the DVR here, which one reason we went with this brand is it has hard drive already installed, some of the cheaper ones didn't. So to set up, we're gonna have to get this HDMI plugged into here and into this TV, so we can see what the cameras are showing us. Just set them up. Select. Okay. Part-time projections.
I'm taping again. Don't use any bad words.
You just have to edit them out. So we're going to get the setup here, and we're going to go next to work through the camera test. We're going to test them, and we only have one hooked up, so we can see the one that's hooked up is right up here. Yep, there's something wrong with the camera right there. Oh, motion detected, person detected, that's one of the features on here. Got a little light to help see the person who's in the barn or whatever they're doing. So that one's working. Okay, so now it's time to go put cameras up.
Okay, so show us the camera and show us what we have to do with the DVR.
And you got a camera here, you gotta put 3 screws in it to hold it up and tighten the jam nut and angle it to what you want to see once you got it mounted. So.
And then where does the cable have to go?
Cable has to run from wherever the camera is back through the barn into here to show up here or on your phone or whatever else the operator's doing over here. I feel like this is a camera pointing festival.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is mount a shelf up here for the DVR to sit on.
Now we got to hold it on our cables.
What was that, Greg?
When she wants a barn, she needs to know where she wants the outlets. What she wants to do out here.
So what's the problem?
I don't see an outlet to reach to run this.
Wah, wah, wah.
To the DVR, power to the cameras. Got the HDMI coming down to go back to the TV so we can see what we're setting up. We're going to need the mouse back up there to run which screen we're on.
Sheep and cows. If we put them all together.
Talk to me, so I know where to put this thing.
Okay, I don't completely know where we want it pointing.
And the sheep.
Okay, move it back the way you just came from.
Mom, how do I get this off?
Just leave it be.
Dad, I see your ladder. The water fountain, sheep and cows. Feed. Concrete.
The first camera is placed, so we're going to go ahead and screw that one fast and then move on down the barn. Our goal is to be able to get a camera on every pen. So it's right up there in the corner. It'll shoot down here and capture these 2 pens of ladies. So our goal is to get a camera on every pen so that we'll be able to monitor those remotely and see if there's anybody that's getting close to lambing, anybody that's having difficulties, and then we can come check on them. this will be a huge asset for when we're not home and can't run to the barn quickly, that we'll be able to check and see what's going on. When lambs are born, they're pretty tiny, and obviously they're born really wet, so it doesn't take very long for a lamb to get chilled and died. So our goal with these cameras is to be able to catch any problems that ewes are having lambing, see when there's a new baby, and then get it down here, get it dried off, make sure it's up and nursing and ready to go. So hopefully the investment of these cameras will quickly be paid off by having more live lambs. What are you eating?
Dad gave me a cookie.
Those aren't Santa's cookies, are they?
Dad, are they Santa's cookies?
What?
Are they Santa's cookies? They were one of those, like, hollowed in the middle with a Reese.
Oh, you saved some for Santa, didn't you?
Dad, did we save some for Santa?
I didn't have any cookies.
Yes, we did.
You squeal on everything?
You're lying, Dad.
The cameras only have single bevel up down on them, not angled. Who mounts a camera to look straight ahead? You're always going to mount a camera and look to the side, especially a security camera. So we're going to make wedges to mount them on, so they have a double bevel in them.
Our way down the wall, getting cameras on every pen. We have this TV monitor set up in here to be able to show us what we're viewing. So we're hooking every camera up, running the cable back to the DVR box, and then seeing where we are. Greg made these little wedges, which you can see right up here, which is really helping get the angle right. So those are cut at 45s to be able to get the camera mounted in the direction we want to go. Alright, so it looks like you have one screw in there.
Yep, just one screw so you can rotate it to change your pitch of your angle, since we cut 45 wedges so you can make it work anywhere you want. Right there's where we want ours. Tighten the screw down, put our camera up. Checking the wires up, please. Run the wires to the cameras and pack them up so they're not just hanging around.
Camera's all set up and wired back to this DVR box up here, but we ran into a small problem. We need an Ethernet cable to this box, and the signal is not strong enough from our house to get to the DVR box, even if we add an extender or another router or anything like that. So I'll go outside and show you what we're doing. Created a trench from our garage where our internet service is into the lambing room. Greg is probably going to kill me that I'm making this video. Why are we out here in the rain, Greg?
Because we haven't got it done. The ground's going to freeze. Somebody wants TVs in the barn.
I don't need a TV in the barn. Camera.
And we got to get a slit in the ground to get this cable underground.
Okay, so tell us where the cable's coming from.
It's coming from the house. It's going to the barn. To another router. From router in the garage, the router in the barn, to the DVR.
In the barn.
Yes. We'll have wireless internet in the barn, in the house, in the garage.
Because we don't have enough range currently from our house internet to the barn. So
fast connection.
Tell us about the little tool that you've concocted here.
Took a disc blade off the Dietrich toolbar for opening the trench for injecting manure, incorporating manure, and I'm trying to get the slit started and run it back with a shovel. And I'm not getting paid enough for this job.
What was that last part? I didn't quite catch you.
I'm not getting paid enough for this job.
So our goal is to get up here to where the propane goes in the barn for the heater. and then take the Ethernet in the same place. There's just a few more cleats to get over here to the router. So he's brought the internet in from outside, ties it all the way across, and then we'll drop it back down over here to the router. 3 months since we've installed our cameras, and I thought I would give a quick update on what's going well and what we would do differently if we did the cameras again. I have them all pulled up on my computer right now. I'll zoom in a little bit closer. So I like the app that you can access with your computer. I can pull up all of the cameras right here and see what's going on in the barn. I can do the same thing on my phone. It's just obviously a lot easier to see on the computer. So some things that we like about the system. We like the picture quality. We feel like that's pretty clear, especially for what we paid for it. We obviously love the convenience, especially during lambing. It was really nice to be able just to pull that up in the house and then only go to the barn and check if you felt like you needed to. Some things that we would look for differently if we chose to put in cameras again. We would probably look for something that panned. You can zoom in on the system. And you can get fairly close. A camera that panned might be a nice feature to have. Also, these do not have voice, so I cannot talk through the camera to someone in the barn. That's not something that we have wished that we had or that we would have used. We do know that some camera systems do have those. So again, 6 cameras. I'll show you a picture of the box here in just a second so you can see what we have. Enough cameras for now. Each pen kind of has its own, and we've got one down here into our room. So it makes it fairly easy to see what's going on in the barn. Very much worth the investment. We were gone shortly after we put in this system, and it was nice to be able to pull it up. We had some people that were on standby if we had any problems in the barn. It gave us peace of mind to be able to look at what was happening and call someone if we needed extra help down there. So definitely worth it. We're glad we did it. It was a little bit of a process to get it installed, especially with getting the internet to the barn, but now we're very glad that we do. So let's take a look at the box so I can show you for sure what we installed, and we'll get that going. System that we installed, Night Owl wired security system, came with 6 cameras. We purchased it at Walmart. The system and all the extra cable that we needed was somewhere around $400, including our router that we had to buy and some extra cable. This system comes with a DVR, so all the cameras hook through the DVR. That's what we're actually able to access the footage on. This one also comes with a hard drive in the DVR, so if you're purchasing these, make sure that the DVR has the hard drive with it. Some of the systems that we looked at did not have that, and that was going to be an extra expense. So overall, very happy with the system. We would recommend this. A little bit of tech issues getting it set up, but nothing too crazy. So if you have any questions about barn cameras, leave those in the comments. We'd be happy to share our experiences. You know, there's lots of different systems out there. If you went with something else in your barn, tell us about it. Thanks for watching.